I can't explain it, but I know for a fact, I just felt this sense of peace, and I know for a fact that that was God. Hi, I'm Julianna Irish. I'm 19 years old. It was really nice. I loved the speakers. They were very knowledgeable, and it just seems like at the time they knew what to say, like whatever I was struggling with at that moment, they incorporated something, even though they had no idea, but you know, that always happens. I would start my story off at 2 years ago when I was 17. I'm still, I would say, naive now, but especially really naive back then. I was starting my senior year of high school. Everything was pretty much starting to get back to normal after COVID. My dance team, we were actually getting prepared to perform in competitions, which we weren't able to do before. I finally found an actual group that I actually bonded with and I enjoyed, and I really felt like this is it. This is what everyone talks about in their senior year, what senior year is all about. And I guess I was on top of the world kind of a feeling right before the first semester was about to end, when I was rehearsing with my dance team before a performance, when I felt this immense pressure in my head, and that traveled all the way from the top of my head down to my spine. I knew immediately something was not right. I'd suffered with anxiety in the past, so I just thought this was just a panic attack. So I just thought this was just a really bad one. Immediately called my mom, went outside. My coach knew something was not right. I figured, oh, maybe it's just the stress of finals. I'm gonna go off to college. I had plans to go out of state for college, and everything had just gone upside down and inside out kind of a thing. And so we go to the hospital, and I just remember the staff was very nice and very welcoming, and I just remember them being like, oh, nothing's probably wrong, it's probably just anxiety, but we're just gonna take an MRI just to check, just make sure everything's okay. I just remember the doctor was pretty happy-go-lucky, but I remember after the MRI, he came back into the room and his whole demeanor just changed, and immediately me and my mom knew that something was not right. And all of a sudden the words that left his mouth were that they had found through the MRI machine that I had a unexpected ruptured brain aneurysm, which I had no idea what those words even meant and what a ruptured brain aneurysm even was at the time, which this is not supposed to happen at all to 17-year-olds. And later I found out that 50% of people who have ruptured brain aneurysms do not even make it. Ever since then, it was kind of the why God, why during my senior year, why when I was so young, what is your plan for me kind of a thing. I knew for a fact I couldn't run physically. I could not get up because I was in so much pain. I was weak. I hadn't eaten in 2 days. I knew for a fact I have to get this surgery to get this fixed. Otherwise, this is like a life or death kind of a situation. I can't explain it, but I know for a fact, I just felt this sense of peace, and I know for a fact that that was God, and I knew everything's gonna be okay. And I knew even if I could, I can't run, and I have to do this. I have to go through the 6-hour surgery, but I just felt this sense of peace, and I knew that that's God, and he was telling me I'm gonna be right here, and this is gonna be okay. I definitely had my extreme ups and downs, and 2 years later I still am, especially now navigating through college with the mental disabilities that I do have and learning disabilities or my invisible disabilities that people do not see. And when they look at me, they go, oh, you look fine. It really puts into perspective what the important things are in life. My body might be damaged, forever, permanently. Parts of my body might be damaged permanently, this and that. But this isn't my forever body. This isn't, we're just going through this world to get to, heaven, which is the end goal. There's no harm in just going and seeing. just have no expectations, because I feel like when you do have expectations, that's when you can be disappointed. But if you have no expectations and you're open-minded and you just want to just grow your relationship in the Lord, or you're just curious, or you're just wondering, what all the hype is about, I don't think you can go wrong, and I think you can really get a lot out of it.